What's your favorite way to source?
Probably hit the thrift. Yeah, I actually like to go and find something that the racks, sometimes they bless you, but sometimes they're just dry, bro. But you know, it's always cool to just kind of go and see what's out there, see what you can find. And then when you do find something, you're like, damn, I gotta do this again, because it's that high of finding something, probably hitting the racks, man.
It's addicting.
I actually about 2 months ago, I found I don't know if you saw it, but I found a '98 Kirk Franklin and the Family tour tee, and you know, he had a big face. Kirk Franklin. You know who Kirk Franklin is?
Do you want a revolution?
Yeah, he big face right here. Had him on the back as well. I found it for $1.69. It went on eBay for about 1.3.
Wow.
And I actually hit somebody on respectfully on in the community, and you know, he told me, nah, man, it's like a $200 shirt. Don't even trip. I was like, all right.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have said the same. I would have probably said less. I'd have been like, bro, a quick 140. 1.2?
1.2, bro.
You gotta send me a picture of that. You def just made the reel with that.
Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was the biggest blessing of this shirt.
That's awesome, man. That's one of my favorite parts about lives and thrifting, is that you never know where your blessing is gonna come.
That was a blessing in disguise. And I showed my wife, and she was like, no way. You for real? She couldn't believe it, and I was like, she was like, okay, you can keep going to 3. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
To me, bro, it's the racks, bro. I don't like. I'm an old ass dude, bro. I'm 42 years old. I don't like to go into the bins and try to fight a kid over a tee, bro. To me, it's just like, hey, bro, it's you. I'd rather go and talk to the main managers of the stores, and sometimes they're cool and they let you shop in the back. Hey, it's a trick, guys. That's a trick.
I think you should have kept that one tucked. That was a good one right there. Sheesh.
I'm just saying.
So what do? You go up to the manager and you're just like, hey, is there any way I can go look back there and see what you guys got?
That's not how you do it, bro. You got to start like, hey, man, you guys look a little hungry, bro. Let me bring you guys some breakfast. Then a couple of weeks pass. Hey, bro, do you guys got any racks, man? Do you bring out? Dude, bro, you guys look kind of thirsty. Then next week, then 3 weeks. You got to work yourself up there, bro. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them will tell you, nah, bro, I'm good. Even if you spend your cheese, you got to be able to lose some to get some. You know what I mean? A lot of times it doesn't pay, but a lot of times it does.
Man, I see that. Okay, I see what you did there. What's your favorite way to source?
My favorite way to source? I like going to events. I do like sourcing at events. Because there's a certain time where you get some better deals than, you know, online. But I have to say at events. I have to say at events. Because I don't have the time to be in the wild like everybody else. You know what I mean?
You got to get it like condensed.
Yeah. And then I love my absolute favorite way would be at different events, thrifting events, if you see some of those stuff. But late night lives too, bro. The lives are just, you catch people in the right mood, man. You're gonna. I'll show you when it comes in, but I just got a crazy Freaknik bundle, bro. Crazy, bro.
Jerry Springer. Got to be willing to stay up. What's your favorite way to source?
Thrift stores, man. That's all I do. I've never been to the bins, never been anywhere else, just thrift stores. And
what do you come up at thrift stores? Because I was saying the other, but I don't ever find anything. So it's more like a Zen thing for me, just going through racks. I usually find stuff for myself or for the family. Rarely do I find grills, but I still love going to the racks. Why do you like going to the racks?
Same thing. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you find some good stuff, and then people get rid of some crazy things. Designer, all my shoes, pants. I get like the World War II pants, stuff like that. Well, that's always cool to find at thrift stores. Well, my saying is, if there's one, there's some. So if someone donated, if you find like a vintage shirt there, and on the next rack, hopefully another one comes out. I'll always wait for the next rack, because if there's one, there's some. I like to think that.
That's a good rule right there. That goes definitely in the bins too. If you're digging in a bin and you find one thing, you better flip that thing upside down, open up the blankets, open up the sweaters. Sometimes shirt will be inside of a sweater. If you see anything inside out, flip it. Sometimes they're folded at the bottom. Sometimes they're balled up. Like you could just miss them. Where there's one, what's the saying? What was your saying again?
If there's one, there's some. Hope that's what I go in thinking. If there's one, there's some. I'll wait around for that next rack, and maybe the next one. If there's nothing, then 2 racks, I'm out.
Facts. There you go. That's something good to keep in mind right there. I've missed so many tees that were in the corner of the bin. It makes me so sick every time. LOL. Yes, that's my tip for you guys. If so when the bins first come out, everybody runs through them like crazy. But that doesn't mean, oh, now just go back and kick it. Now, go through everything again slowly. Make sure you get those corners, get to the bottom, get to the back of the bin where people don't necessarily go to, because even though you would think 50 people already ran through it, they're just going through it quick like I did that day that I'm telling you. You got to go through it surgically. If you have time, throw your headphones in, just go through everything. A lot of my best finds have been after everybody dug through everything, folded down, packed down, folded tight in the corner under this. Man, go through everything, guys, surgically. What else are you going to do there? What's your favorite way to source?
Flea market. I only go on weekends, but every time I go, I always come up with stuff, hats or shirts or jackets. And I do when I find everything, I walk out of in the parking lot, I do lives showing what I found, and people right away want stuff. So
they buy it up right there.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
I say thrifting. That's it's like the Gary Vee mentality of the hunt. Like, it's all about the hunt. You never know what you're going to find. And just in my personal mantra of when I go out and source, I don't look for grails. I never find grails. I found one grail at an actual thrift store once. I look for other things I can flip, sell on eBay, and then use those funds to buy the grails. So no different categories, no different, even if you're not interested in it, just knowledge is power.
That is a big tip right there. I love that, actually. That was a bar where you said, I flipped the things that I could flip so I could buy the bangers. I don't look for the bangers. I flip things to get the bangers. I like that.
I'll collect as much vintage denim I can get my hands on, and maybe something that I'm not interested in, but I know it has value, and then I'll go to my local shops and trade. And then people want to buy on here, and they have more females at their stores, so they'll take the smaller sizes and stuff.
Nice. That makes sense.
I really enjoy the bins. So I like getting out and digging. It's kind of like a treasure hunt for me. When I first started and I found the bins, I used to lose sleep at night almost, thinking that it was there was something I might have missed the day before that I went. Oh man, I wonder if somebody else got something better than I got. And then, the more time invested in going every day and the consistency, I kind of figured out that it's not my end all and be all of existence to source the bins every day. I can have a life outside of sourcing.
Man, I feel like we all go through that obsessive period. For me, it was I would race to be there right when it opened every day. Chris hates the bins. That's my favorite way to source for sure.
Thrifting, and I barely started doing bins because I moved to San Bernardino. That's I found some good stuff recently.
What's your craziest find?
Bob Marley, rap tee.
Ooh, nice. Which one is it? The Buffalo Soldier?
You want me to show it?
I flex it. Oof, that was a bin find? Bro, I was just saying the other day that this is my favorite Bob.
That goes hard. The back hit, the color.
Bro, I'd have been hyped.
That's the thing. I love that excitement that you get once you find something. It's you want that excitement all the time.
Damn. And what's up? Did anybody see you grab that? Were they hating or were they showing love?
Yo, I low-key didn't show it to nobody because I barely moved out here. I don't want nobody to see it.
Yeah, bro, you got to turn that shit inside out real quick and just be like, oh, it's a blank. It's a blank. That's a crazy one.